Hey everybody, what's up chat? It is good to see you again. We're going to open up today talking a little bit about Pokemon Go Fest. If you play this game and you've been sleeping under a rock, Go Fest is this upcoming Saturday and Sunday. It only costs $5 to play this year, and because of the pandemic, there's no centralized location or anything like that. So I just thought it'd be interesting to take a little while. I've never gone to a Go Fest. It's always been a little more expensive. It's always required a little travel, except for last year. So I'm thinking about it. In fact, I've pretty much decided I'm going to pull the trigger, but I thought I'd review what your $5 buys you for Pokemon Go Fest. And first of all, it buys you a shiny boost for almost all of the Pokemon you're going to be seeing this weekend. So if you're a shiny hunter, probably a big chunk of what if your $5 is worth it is decided right there. It also unlocks Popstar and Rockstar Pikachu. You have to pick one, either Popstar or Rockstar, I guess. I should have said or. But whichever one you pick, it's going to be unlocked through your photos. And so that's interesting. You'll have to take a photo on Saturday, and then once you've completed all your research tasks on Sunday, you will be able to see that again. Give me just 1 second here. We got, if somebody's texting here, I'm not able to see you, but I wanted to fix that real quick. So... let's see. Probably the easiest way to do that's right there. Okay. Sorry about the delay here, chat. It's good to see somebody in here watching, and I just want to make sure that if you shoot me a message, I'm actually going to see it. So, there we are. 5-3 that. Perfect. Okay, now I can see if you're texting me. So anyway, Popstar, Rockstar Pikachu. We've had so many costumes of the Pikachus. Honestly, I'm kind of like, who cares? Like, Pikachu's been in 50 different sets of clothes in Pokemon Go. It's cool, I guess. Popstar, Rockstar, you only get to choose one. Anyway, like I was saying, you take a picture Saturday, you'll get one. Take a picture Sunday after you've completed your research tasks, and it looks like you'll get another one. And it looks like the only way to complete your set of that would be to trade your duplicates that you get on Sunday. So, real important if you're paying the $5 for this, take both of those photos, complete your research task on time, so that you can trade down the road and get both of those outfits. Unknown F and G are going to be attracted to Incense all weekend. This is the first time the F has ever been available. And G's only been available last year at GoFest, if I'm not mistaken. So probably a dex filler for a lot of you guys out there. And Shiny Unknown really has a lot of trade value. So worth grabbing if you got some friends that are playing, that maybe they're not paying for this event, or maybe they can't play this weekend. You can definitely get some good trade fodder, maybe pull some legendaries and stuff like that from your friends. So after that, on day one is catch day. And so they rotate new Pokemon in and out every hour through catch day. We don't know exactly what time. It depends on where you're located in the world and your time zone. But they're going to have themed hours, essentially. So 1 hour, that's going to be Desert Mountain. So your $5 unlocks Flareon, Tyranitar, Flygon, and Throw during that hour. Now, Tyranitar and Flygon are both fairly useful attack Pokemon for raids and gyms and stuff like that. And Throw has been shiny locked up until this event. It's the first time you've ever been able to get a shiny Throw. Now, it is normally region locked inside the United States, North America. But if you live outside of North America, this is probably the first time you've ever had access to Throw. It's definitely the first time you've had access to shiny Throw. And so, and if you travel a little bit, maybe get your hands on a shiny Throw or two, and have it for when you head overseas. During Jungle Hour, that $5 unlocks Ludicolo, Chatot, Leafeon, and Serperior. Now, the big name on this list, surprisingly, is probably Chatot. For those of us in America, this Pokemon's region locked to Australia and Peru. So, first chance that a lot of us will have to get Chatot. And it also means it's a rare chance to fill that Pokédex entry. I don't have a Chatot, and so I'm kind of excited about filling that entry. As of right now, Pokemon Company has not said that we're going to have access to Shiny Chatot. Chatot up until this point has been shiny locked, so we may not have a chance to get shiny Chatot, or if they make it shiny, it would become instantly really valuable for those of us where it's shiny locked. Next up, we have Ocean Beach Hour. During that hour, your $5 is going to unlock Gyarados, Vaporeon, Azumarill, and Sock. Ice, Kayla. I think you meant nice. Yeah. Good morning. How are you doing, Kayla? It's good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Anyway, Sock is usually region locked, away from us in North and South America. So, first time we've ever been able to get a hold of a Sock here in the United States. He's going to be a major target because not only is it the first chance to get him in the US, but he's also unlocked his shiny for the first time ever. So you grab your hands on a shiny Sock. It'll be one of the first people in the entire world to have it, and one of the few people in the United States have any kind of Sock. So definitely some Sock. Let me pull up a picture. Are you familiar with the Pokemon Throw, Kayla? Throw is like a red, bulky version of Sock. And you spell Sock different. Not, yeah, S-A-W-K. Let's pull up the Bulbapedia entry here for Sock and see if we can get it on screen. There's a Sock, and switch screens here. Should be able to see that Sock there on screen now. So Sock is a martial artist. He is the counterpart to Throw. And I can try to pull that up real quickly too. Throw is the one that's region locked here in the United States. You probably already have a Throw if you're playing Pokemon Go. But for those of you that might live outside the United States, Throw is a red version of that Pokemon that looks a lot like this. If I can stall for time just a little bit longer. Okay. There we go. Throw is the red version. Looks like that. So, both of those Pokemon going to be shiny for the first time ever. And Sock will be the first time that you have been able to get a hold of him. So, yeah. Pretty cool on both fronts there. Okay. We were talking about Cave Hour. We're getting ready to, at least. So during Cave Hour, your $5 unlocks Umbreon, Gardevoir, Absol, and Galvantula. I'll be honest, kind of underwhelming list here. Really nothing very special there. I mean, shiny Absol has been tough to get. You can usually only get Absol through eggs. So shiny Absol is kind of cool. And Gardevoir is an okay Pokemon for like raids and gyms and stuff if you're a Gardevoir fan. But the big names in this list are actually going to be available to everybody during Cave Hour, and that would be Dino, or Dino, depending on how you pronounce that, and Ragnarola. Dino evolves into Hydreigon, a fan favorite and pretty decent Dragon-type Pokemon for raids. And Ragnarola is probably the strongest Rock-type Pokemon for raids and gyms and stuff like that. So grab a hold of a shiny one of those. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So day 2 is the raid day. So ticketed players get 10,000 bonus XP for every raid they complete. They get up to 10 additional raid passes but just by spinning Pokeweels on that day. And they get 3 remote raid passes. So that's 13 extra raid passes, 10,000 extra XP, so potentially 130,000 extra XP, and 13 chances to get your hands on a legendary that you haven't had before. They pretty much have every legendary coming back, at least every legendary that's been in Go. So I plan on buying the pass. I plan on trying to play both days as much as I can, and I figure we can talk next week, Kayla, about how Pokemon Fest was, and if you decide to go, then yeah, maybe we can chat a little bit about Go Fest. Until then, I think it's time to play some cards. There we go. This doesn't look too terrible. Go on second. If we get a third Durant available to us, we'll probably choose not to cycle here. Yeah, chat. That feels good. We get a 3. We get a at least minimum 3 devours. There's still the possibility we can get all 4 Durants out on turn 1. We want to keep a hold of this rod. And we'll be able to take a sneak peek and make sure that we have all of our Durants. That we don't need to go dig through our prize pile for them. Yeah, I know, Kayla. I know you're not a big fan of the Durant deck, but it's gonna work here. It's gonna work. I'm telling you. Actually, it's really bad. These guys, these Inteleons on the back row, really hurt this deck. Okay, and we have 1 Durant that's prized, which is super not good for us. But I think we're gonna stay the course here, and we're gonna take our 3 cards. What do we steal? Man, it flips them so fast there. We took away a VMAX from him. We took away a level ball and an air balloon. So those are some pretty good cards. Those are some cards that we are very excited to have milled there. We're real happy with that. So 2 energy will not be enough for his KO. Okay. Now it's enough for them to KO. And it also means that we can leave them, we can use this horn, we'll confuse their Calyrex, hopefully get a switch. So we'll be able to fishing rod, capture energy. If we want to capture energy. Yeah, that all feels fine. That all feels good. Get that back in the deck. We'll play our energy, bring him up here again. We will yell at his Calyrex. Ah! Oh no, you're confused now. And then we'll cycle our hand. Dunsparce and the doll both feel real good. We can draw 3 more with the Oricorio. In fact, I think we'll do that. We lost our card there. So Oricorio before they get the Path to the Peak out. Nothing to go dig through our pile. Nothing. We can switch their Pokemon, but we just confused it, so we don't want to do that. I can dig through for something, but I've already got the Dunsparce here. We will drop the Dunsparce for next turn, potentially. And I still think the Dunsparce is just like a better version of the doll in this deck. So I think we stand pat with that. Okay, it went with the Shady Dealings Inteleon there, which means that he's not sniping us yet. Which honestly, that feels real good, because the snipes are a big part of the problem with this deck. I haven't seen any of our stadiums yet, which actually feels good, because we know we've got 3 of them. I'm gonna attack through the confuse. Okay. That. Ah man, another one where he flips heads. Okay. So 1 prized, 1 in the discard pile. No nets at this point. Yeah, this doesn't feel great. I think we play the energy here just so we get our Devour off for sure. I don't think there's anything we're actually going to want to go play. Yeah, Bench Barrier Mew doesn't do us any good, so leave him in there. We have the Dunsparce there. We want to save the Pokemon Catcher for later. So I think we're just Brunoing out of this. There's our stadium, so we can draw 3 more with Oricorio. We got our Ordinary Rod. We can go grab that. We got Peonia in hand, so next turn we can hopefully go grab our Durant. I'm going to try to Quick Ball that. There's only, well, it looks to the top 7s, 14, 20, 28. So there's only really a 1 in 4 chance of us finding the Pokemon we want here. Yeah, I feel like these Great Balls fail every time in this deck. With him playing Path to the Peak, he's not going to be playing any GX Pokemon, so we can just ditch that. Go there. And drop a Shovel. He's only taken 2 prize cards, so he is at some point going to want to take this Oricorio. In fact, because of the draw support, probably wants to take it sooner rather than later. So we'll make it a Poison Pill at least. Down to 23 cards, and he's got 4 prizes left, and his Pokemon up front is confused and locked in place. He's got a Balloon in the discard, and no other switches. We've been real unlucky as far as pulling people's switches out of their hands. Yeah. And they Marnie the Peonia away from us, which doesn't feel great. Another heads. They continue to just flip heads every time through that confusion. We can mill 2 cards. How many bosses have we taken out of their deck? Only the 1. Man. I think we just need the draw support. We desperately need another. We need Peonia or a Rod. There we go. That's the card I was thinking of. That's helpful right there. And we can Great Ball it in. Peonia still hiding there in the draw pile. Go there. We want to make this Durant a Poison Pill. Twin Energy him up. And we don't want to be switching yet. We'd love for him to flip a Tails at some point. That'd be great if he could not flip heads like 8 times in a row. Come on now. Well, now he's got his free retreat. He probably has his VMAX and energy. Who are we going to boss up here? Okay. Oh. Interesting chat. We've not seen any scoops, but we have to imagine that he's playing scoops in this deck. I have Bruno for good cycling and the mine, so I can use Oricorio, so we do want to continue to be aggressive here. We have Twin Energy for that attack. We cover that guy up. And we want to trap in the Calyrex V, preferably. There's that. And playing that draw energy probably doesn't gain us anything. Durant 3. So that does not help us. They have another boss. We're in bad shape here. So we would kind of like to set them back down to 2, because if they KO Oricorio this turn, we lose. And then we're gonna Bruno, and then we will Oricorio. Is there anything awful in there? Oh, we can horn in that Calyrex V that they don't want. Is it worth it to try to stick that Calyrex in? There's probably another VMAX somewhere in the deck. We can shovel. We're at the point here where I think we've got to put it on this Durant. And unfortunately, we spent all game looking for that Peonia, and as soon as we got it, they Marnied it out of our hands. So that doesn't feel great. If he can get 3 energy on there, he can do the 200 damage. Okay, that Marnie doesn't feel great either, but it almost definitely puts the Peonia in our hands. Feels like we should have our Peonia here. We do not. We do have a little bit of draw support. We continue to be able to get their trainer cards here with this Drizzile, which means they can go grab their switches and stuff like that that they need. Their energy acceleration, all that kind of stuff. There's the boss they need to bring Oricorio in for game. Can they switch? No switch. Okay. Didn't get a KO this turn. It's a real thin deck for us, but we've got to go find that Peonia, and we've got to go find another rod. We've already used 3 rods. We might have used all of our rods at this point. But we have desperately got to go find that Peonia. There's Peonia for next turn. We've already filled in a full hand there. Bench Barrier Mew doesn't do any good. For the moment, we think our Durant is safe, and even if not, we want to force them to play the energy up there. Yeah, unfortunately, this only nets us 2 cards, but I think we take it. There's also only 1 energy there on that Durant on the back row, which doesn't feel great either. No fishing rod. Okay. Durant here. You know, first things first, let's grab the cards. We're going to use Surge's strategy to let us play 3 support cards this turn. We're grabbing Peonia and see if we can find our Durant here. 50-50 shot. Of course we don't. That energy is helpful though. Bench Barrier Mew, totally useless. We've already filled their bench and we're not KOing anybody, so that's useless. And no GX Pokemon, so that is useless. That can all go into our prize pile. Man, we really need a rod, I guess, at this point. I'm not even sure if there is a rod in the deck. We can't use her. And drawing 3 cards, drawing 3 out of 6 cards is half our deck, as opposed to 7 out of 8, 9, 9 and 6 is 15, so 7 out of 15 is also half the deck. I think I'd rather stay more controlled though, and go Cynthia here. And we can discard the Professor, and we can go get Peonia, and next turn we're guaranteed to grab a Durant, so that feels good. We don't have anything that can, no, we don't have anything else that can go grab a Durant out of the pile. And we want to stick in that Calyrex right there. And we've seen that they have a boss, so it doesn't matter if we... we've seen that they have a boss, so it doesn't matter if we put a doll in up front. because we know they can boss it out if they get what else they need in their hand. He's down to 3 cards. We have a 100% chance of getting the second Durant next turn. Okay, there's the Marnie. We'll see if he has any switches or stadiums. If he doesn't have any switches or stadiums, he's lost the game. He doesn't realize it yet, but there's nothing he can do at this point to win this game. There's the second Durant. Boom. Okay. The boss actually feels real good. We can get rid of 2 catchers and keep the boss, and the professor's research is not helpful. So yeah. There's the Durant. We have the double energy. Doesn't really matter if we put a shovel down anywhere. And we can devour. That takes 2 of his cards away. This is familiar, but he's down to 3 cards. He doesn't have a switch. I'm convinced he doesn't have a switch. I'm convinced he doesn't have a stadium. So it feels like we've won this. Well played. He just gave us the well played. We did it, guys. We did it, guys. We won with the Durant. That Calyrex is stuck up there. It is all naked. He's going to draw us to 6. We're going to draw our last one. We have a Bruno, chat. We have a Bruno. He actually gave himself a chance there by almost decking us out before he did. But there's an energy. There's the Pierce. GG, guys. GG. We hit done. He's got 0 cards. Boom! Finally, the Durant's victory. Guys, it doesn't work all that often. But when it does work, it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.